Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, Mayor of Newburyport, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. Sarah's back in my office this week, Sarah Blackstone, so I'm psyched she's here. I missed her last week, but we're back on another corner, and what a beautiful day we have out there in Newburyport. I mean, spring has definitely arrived. And it's school vacation week in Newburyport, and I always think this is like a quiet week around town. You know, traffic's not as bad, a lot of people go away. We did not go away. The Reardon family were doing a little staycation, so I wasn't able to get away. I did take yesterday off, so I had a pretty cool day. I got to go to a walk. We went to Olive's, one of my favorite places, and then I played tennis with my girls down at the new tennis courts down at the Knock, which was great. We went up to the outlets in Kittery and did some shopping, so it was just a good kind of family day, and then it ended the day watching my son play soccer, his last indoor game. So we had a pretty good day, but it was great to be out of the office for one day this week and have some family time, which was really good. There are still some city meetings going on this week. Last night was the first public hearing around short-term rental units. The Ward 1 Councilor, Sharif Zeed, had submitted a new policy around short-term rental units. It's really around the zoning around short-term rental units. And I guess they had a really good first conversation. I plan to make a statement at the next meeting, but I'm really glad this is back. I think the councilor is really trying to find some middle ground here, and I think they had some really good conversations last night, so we'll keep an eye on that. I want to wish a very happy birthday to my neighbor, Lucille Mitchell. Lucille, if you're watching, or Mrs. I always call her Mrs. Mitchell. Mrs. Mitchell, if you're watching, happy birthday, 89 this year. Oh my goodness, so very happy birthday to you. We dropped off some flowers to her yesterday, but I hope she had a great day. There's some things coming up I want to make sure you're aware of. So our Boards and Commissions Fair is going to take place May 4th here at City Hall from 6 to 7:30 upstairs in the auditorium. And I talked about this last year, so this is going to be my Boards and Commissions. I've invited all of them to come. So we have over 20 plus boards and commissions in town. So they're each going to have their own table upstairs at the auditorium. And it's just an opportunity for the public to come in, walk around to each table, and just learn a little bit about how vital and how important these boards and commissions are to the day-to-day operations here in Newburyport. So, again, I kind of learned this during the campaign a little bit too, which I keep saying, when I bring up the campaign now, it's funny because it seems like it was so long ago, right? But you heard that a lot, because a lot of people aren't aware of really the important role that these boards and commissions play, and some of them aren't even aware that some of them exist. So it's really just a great time to come in, kind of walk through, talk to some really great residents who have given up their time, but to provide their expertise to these many boards and commissions here in Newburyport. So that's May 4th. So remember, May the 4th be with you. So that's coming up. The split, we're having a spring blood drive with the Red Cross. We did this last year. Our health director, Laura Vlasic, has done a great job setting these up with the Red Cross. So we have one coming up on May 2nd. It's going to be at the Senior Community Center from 2 to 7. And I always mention my good friend Stoney, Jeff Stone, who passed away back in August of 2021. When he was going through his medical issues, he was going through so much blood at the hospital. So, I mean, the way we try to honor him now is to do these blood drives because it is so important and it can help out, people all over Massachusetts. So we're going to have one of those again on May 2nd, and it's really easy to do to give blood, and it's going to be from 2 to 7 at the Senior Community Center. What else is going on? So there's a couple of Earth Day things going on this weekend. So tomorrow at City Hall at 10 o'clock, although I think I'm probably going to read the proclamation around 10:30, but I'm doing a proclamation for Earth Day. It's kind of like the conclusion of the Forever Green campaign, and that was that campaign that we did. We partnered with the Chamber of Commerce and there was a lot of events around town during that time. The Windows for Change is still up around town as too. You can pick up a map for those down at the Chamber. And you'll see a lot of different businesses have these artistic representations of different things around climate and sustainability and things like that. So the Windows for Change event is still going on. So, but I'm going to read a proclamation for Earth Day tomorrow, and then there's going to be a little reception right outside here, and there's going to be some different organizations here as well to answer any questions you might have. But so that's tomorrow, and then Saturday we're having an event down on the Market Square. There should be an article in the paper about it this week. But we're having, so Saturday is actually Earth Day, right? So we thought we should do something for Earth Day. So, and side note, it's also my birthday, okay? So I'm turning 48.
Happy
Last year we had a big kind of like surprise like birthday. Last year was my first birthday here at City Hall, and we had a great event. Christine Jackson, my executive assistant, put this whole thing together, and it was really great because I was kind of like I was only in here a couple months at the time, and it was just kind of a great way to get all the staff together for happy birthday, and it was really fun. So this year I was like, well, it's Earth Day, and it falls on a Saturday, so what can we do? So I threw out an idea to a few different stakeholders in town around Earth Day, expertise or activities. ACES is one, that ACES group that works with the schools, and then the chamber, and a few other, and then a couple, department heads here in the city. What can we do? So how about we take, since I'm turning 48, like looking for 8 things that you can do right now to help your planet. So that was kind of like where we took off with that. So we're going to have kind of 8 stations set up down at Market Square, and they're going to be around these kind of 8 things. So one table will be on composting. So the idea is if you're downtown on Saturday, please stop by. We're going to be there from 10 to 2. And around 12 o'clock is when I will officially be there because I have another soccer game I'm going to try to get to in the morning. But around 12 o'clock I'll be there, and then I'm going to do a proclamation for Arbor Day. I told the Friends of Newburyport Trees and the Tree Commission I would do that. And then I'm also going to have a table down there, and I'm going to have our Earth Day cupcakes for my birthday down there. So if you've got the kids, or if you just really love cupcakes, come on down, and it's going to be first come, first serve on the cupcakes. But so then we're going to have these 8 stations around the Market Square as well. So I just mentioned the first one will be on composting, and the idea was I wanted you to be able to learn about composting if you haven't done it so far. And then there's actually going to be somebody there, like a resident in town, who is doing it and has had a lot of success with it. So you can actually ask questions to somebody who's doing it. So in all these areas. So the first is composting. The second is like waste reduction and recycling. Third is solar, which I'm definitely going to talk to the solar person because I feel like this is something I've been wanting to jump on for years and just never have, and I just want to be able to talk to someone who's been through it. The fourth one's going to be all around energy efficiency, so there's going to be a lot of different things there. Mass Save will be there, but there's going to be a lot of different things that fall under energy efficiency. 5 is around transportation, particularly around like making the city more walkable and bikeable. So Livable Streets will be there, and also a couple other organizations. One will be around food, just again growing your own food and being more being able to sustain yourself more on your own. So there'll be a food table. There's going to be a natural resources table. So think like the Merrimack River or a lot of the natural resources we have here in the Newburyport area. And the last one's going to be upcycle, which I didn't even know that was a word. Upcycle and repurpose. So there's going to be a table all about like taking something old or something you have and finding another use for it, again, which is another great thing we can help our planet. So that's going to be all around Earth Day, and again, it's my 48th birthday, so it doesn't look like it's going to be the best day, but it's not going to be raining. So if you're out and about, please come downtown and just check out all the different tables. And again, you get all these tables, you get to talk to actual people who are doing these things each and every day. And these are just like those little things that we can do that if we all do them, we can make a big difference, not only here in Newburyport, but in our world. So I always like Earth Day. It's just there's always fun things to do around that. And like I said, it's my birthday too. So that's pretty much my Mayor's Corner this week. I don't have a ton this week. I think next week we've got a lot more meetings that will start kicking up. Just another reminder about the budget. The schools will vote on their budget on Tuesday. So that once the school committee votes on that budget, and again, I'm not going to take a vote as chair of the school committee because that budget is going to come to me anyways. So the rest of the school committee will vote on that on Tuesday. That will come back to my office, and then I will submit our budget into, by the following week, I will submit that packet into the city council, and they will have the budget for the first time at their May 8th meeting. So if you go on the city website and then you go on the public calendar, you will see all the different budget hearings around the city, and they pretty much take up the whole month of May, and there's a couple nights. So I mean, again, this is the toughest time of year, I would say, for department heads and for city councilors, because we do have so many meetings, and they break it down by department. But I'm excited about it. I think we're in a good spot where we are with the budget right now. The few drafts that we've put together, I feel really good about. We're making some really great investments in some of our departments that we didn't last year, and that will really help us move forward. Areas hopefully like planning and IT. even DPS a little bit too, and we're going to see some of that immediate impact of moving parks into DPS as well. So you're going to be able to see all that in that narrative for the budget that we're going to go through throughout the month of May. And then, the budget itself, that will carry us into June, and then that budget needs to be passed by the end of June. So lots of exciting things, but a lot of hard work ahead too as we work through this budget process. But I think it's going to be a budget that the community will be happy with, and hopefully the City Council will as well. Yeah, and that's my Mayor's Corner this week. So I hope everyone gets out there and enjoys the rest of this week, particularly this weekend. Get out there for Earth Day. Come see me down at the Market Square, Bullnose. Again, there's going to be a lot of great information around there about what you can do right now to help make our planet even better. And I will see you all next time on the Mayor's Corner.